taking our first look at more of that secret testimony in the Jodi Arias sentencing retrial. Now, the entire courtroom cleared, both sides fighting over whether the jurors would see her get up and walk to the witness stand. Take a look at this.
Well, I'll be standing when the jury comes in, so.
Okay, so why don't you walk out and let us see if anything is visible. Okay, just walk right. No, we're just going to have you walk around and just stand here to be sworn.
She looked like she had a problem with one of her legs, so I would object to her walking in front of the jury. I'm asking that she be allowed to stand there when the jury comes in and she was sworn from there, and then let you testify from there.
Mr. Nurmi?
Your Honor, I think she's, I don't know if there's any law specifically on this issue, but I don't agree with Mr. Martinez's assessment, and I believe that she could have the right to walk to the witness stand like any other witness.
Well, if as a result of her request to do so, something should happen and the jury does see a restraint, and she's waiving any issue with regard to that by insisting upon walking across the courtroom. So if you want to agree that she waives any issue with regard to that, should she choose to walk across the courtroom, then I will allow her to do that. Ms. Arias, is there some reason why you don't want to just be standing there when the jury comes in?
Well, there is a reason, and I've discussed it.
That's enough, Judge. I'd prefer her not to speak about it.
You have discussed it with your attorneys. Okay, walk again. Let's see you walk one more time.
And Judge, I know that I interrupted Ms. Arias when you were asking her, but her reasoning for wanting to walk to the witness stand herself is so that she looks like any other witness would look. Every other witness has walked in, got sworn in, and taken the witness stand in front of the jury. And that's her reasoning.
Okay, well, I understand that reasoning, but it's slightly different. We're going to tell the jury that the proceeding is closed, and so I don't think they're going to draw any negative inference from that. It has not been unusual. For example, Detective Flores has been on the witness stand when they've come in the past, so I don't think they will think anything of it. So, Ms. Arias, come on up and stand in the witness box, please.
All right, let's bring in Jen Wood, reporter with the Trial Diaries, who was in the courtroom during Jodi's sentencing retrial, and Troy Slayton is back. Jen, let's start with you. You were there when Judge Stevens cleared the courtroom. What happened when everybody filed out?
It was shocking. We were all just in shock because the judge said she was clearing the courtroom for a witness that was in fear for their life and felt threatened. And when we all got kicked out, we were standing in the hallway going, well, who could this witness be? It has to be maybe an expert that's going to testify. But none of us had Jodi Arias on the radar for quite some while.
And Troy, in examining this and examining normal procedure, I mean, look at this. The judge clears the courtroom for a defendant so that she could practice walking to the stand, and so there could be an argument between counsel as to whether or not it's appropriate. What's going on here in your view?
It's not unusual, Joey. A judge has plenary power over the courtroom and to control the proceedings. It was actually the judge that asked her to walk through just so that way there wouldn't be an issue. And the judge even told the defense counsel, look, I'll let her do this as long as you're going to waive any type of problem or appeal or issue that would come if there's a problem, if she trips or something like that on her way to the witness stand.
So do other witnesses practice walking in your jurisdiction to the court, to the witness stand? Or is this something that was unique to Jodi Arias?
I mean, this is unusual for me, but I think the judge just wanted, in an abundance of caution, with all the problems that have gone on in this case, to see that there wouldn't be any problems. And that's why she asked her and her defense counsel to waive any type of objection or appeal based on the walk from counsel table to the witness stand.
Jen, in that video, Nurmi just seemed kind of like exasperated. He was just over it. He was just done in the way in which he communicated with Judge Stevens at that time period. And I'm sure there had to have been something going on when you guys walked back into the courtroom.
Right, and you know what? I want to also make a remark that Jodi Arias, during the first trial, went on the stand every single time for 18 days before the jury came out, and this was never an issue before. So, you know, Nermi is irritated because I think that Jodi tries to make an issue out of every single thing. So, you know, when we came back into the courtroom, Jodi wasn't on the stand. We did find out that she was a secret witness through the grapevine, and she wouldn't be getting back up on the stand. It was just really shocking. I couldn't believe the whole thing really happened.
Yeah.
And very well said. It very much is shocking. So, Troy, back to you on this. Are we making, you know, much ado about nothing, as they say, or is this an issue? I mean, the judge certainly could have said, look, Jodi, just take a seat here. The jury will walk in. You'll be already on the stand. No issue, right?
Look, Joey, it really doesn't matter now because two juries were unable to determine whether or not she should get life or be executed by the state. So now everything is in the hands of this judge to only make the decision of whether she's going to live out the rest of her years in jail, in prison, without the possibility of parole, or is there a glimmer of hope that in 25 years she could be paroled? That's the only decision for the judge now.
It's a great point, Troy. I mean, certainly this was yesterday, but at the end of the day, people want a process that they can trust and evaluate, especially when it's behind closed doors. All right. So up next, thanks so much for the discussion. Up next, you know, when it comes to sexual assault, an effective